What's going on, guys? Welcome back. It is the 17th of June, Saturday. We're going to take a look this morning at a couple different cryptos in the market, kind of a little market summary for the week. It is early. Actually, it's almost 5 o'clock on Saturday morning. So guys, welcome to the channel. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin. Start this video off. We'll click over to XRP. We'll take a look at CASPER. Maybe we'll take a look at PEPE and potentially a couple others. We'll see how long this runs. So guys, taking a look at Bitcoin real quick. Bitcoin had a break below the 25,726 level and the 25,760. These lines right here broke down pretty bearish, but we found some support at the basically the 25,000 mark we were talking about, which represents these highs over here. Pulled back to that and actually have had a pretty nice rally so far. I mean, from the bottom up to where we're currently at is a 7% rally. So if this can hold, if the market pulls back, we'll say to 26,023, that's this white line on the chart, and holds, we could actually be seeing this wedge breaking to the upside, which would take us back up to 29,143, and if not higher, potentially into 30,000 territory. So keep that in mind. If that happens, we're going to see markets across the board rally. XRP, XLM, all of those are going to rally. So we'll see. This could be nothing but a lower high. So we have a lower low, lower high, some choppiness, another lower low, some choppiness, double bottom, higher high, failed, lower low, lower low. So far, lower high. But we could be in the early stages of a decent rally here. So keep your eye on that. If the market does pull back, finding support at 26.23, and that could launch us right back up to this 28,249, 29,140, potentially back up to this $30,000 level. That's interesting. It's nice to see Bitcoin recovering instead of being all red right now and heading down to 22.6. So that is Bitcoin. Let's jump over to the XRP chart, guys. XRP pulling back. Let's see, from this resistance at the 56, we'll call it, down to our support, which is 45,546. Basically a 20% move, 19% move. We have a lot of support in this. Let me fix my chart here. We have a lot of support right in this area, and that is where the price, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 candle wicks. Let me clean this up. 4 candle wicks right down in that, let's see, 46.39 and 45,546, which represents these two support lines right here. So we have the 14th, 15th, 16th, and today, the 17th, all finding nice support between 47,060 all the way down to 45,546, which also represents basically the support area. Well, it was resistance turned into support so far of this little mini inverse head and shoulders here, basically at that neckline if you carried that across. But we've had these lines on the chart, so it's normal to see the price pull back to that and find support. If we head to the smaller time frame, check out this. This is the 3-minute time frame, guys. Let me close this up for you. You could see the vicious sell-off to 46,039, breaking, almost hitting 45,546, rallied, some support again at 46,039. Pull back almost down to 45,546. I mean, we hit a low of 45,546 let's see, 45,560. So not quite to that 45,546. And then we have rallied, finding some support here at 47,060 as the market chops, break through the 47.10 all the way up to 48,700. And now we're consolidating at basically 48 cents. It's really cool to watch these markets trade around these levels I have on the chart. So we'll see. Normal to find some resistance basically at the lower end of this. So looks like some resistance at 48,700. I would expect, depending on if Bitcoin does well, we should see the XRP price move up. Probably find some pretty good resistance up here at the 50842 level. And that would be a couple percentage points higher, basically put the price up another 5%. So we'll see. XRP, it seems like it needs some time to go by before it's going to rally once again. You know, if it does, of course, we could see it on a news event, you know, take off like this. But in normal market action, there's a chance that we're going to be in this range for a while, you know, maybe higher, maybe lower, but there's lots of resistance above the market. You know, we do have some support below the market, but more than likely it doesn't just go straight up from here. On any kind of a news event, of course, it could do that and or that. So we'll see. Probably just more of what we've experienced, which is both higher and lower and choppy price action for XRP. So who knows? We'll see. Let's take a look at CASPER, guys. Let me drink some coffee here. Hope everybody had a great week, a profitable week. Take a look at CASPER. Looks like CASPER is in a battle to find a bottom here. And that looks like that level would be at 395.0395 right here, guys, on the chart. A lot of candle wicks and starting to move to the upside. The upper end of this range over here in March represents where the price has pulled back. So we'll see if this is the bottom or not. But we did make another low the other day. So basically we made some new lows here on the 10th of June, so a couple days ago, and then undercut that once again on the 15th. And maybe we're moving higher here. This could be nothing more than a lower high, but I would expect this whole area here to be a point where the price would stop and find support. This thing off of its most recent high, the most recent is down, 40% off that level. So we're back in this range. We've been in this range for a long time, guys. This range. We're also not in a trending bull market. We're not in a market that's moving higher overall. So to see a cryptocurrency just start to rally and rally and rally and rally would be unlikely. More than likely, we're going to see something like this take place, where that's what I was talking about with XRP. More than likely, we don't see a straight market higher unless a news event comes out. More than likely, we'll trade higher, trade lower, and then eventually start to get that trend back to the upside. So we'll see. If you're looking to dollar cost average, getting at lower prices, here's your time. I would expect the price to stop within this range here because there is a lot of previous support at this area, basically between 361. You could go a little lower, but 361 is that nice area, which represents this right in here. Maybe down to this level. I don't even know the price level for that. Looks like roughly 335, but a little bit more support in this area for CASPER. So similar to XRP, don't expect the price to rocket out of here unless Bitcoin really starts to take off to the upside. Otherwise, it's more, sideways to choppy action for a while. All right, so we looked at XRP, we looked at CASPER, and don't forget, guys, in a bull market, in a trending market to the upside, a strong market for Bitcoin, you're going to see these cryptos take off like you can't believe, especially if you've been following these for a long time and you've been buying and waiting. You're going to see CASPER move higher big time. You're going to see XRP. You're going to see the market across the board. So if you make it that far in the market cycle and don't throw in the towel, you're going to experience some pretty wild things. I've been there. I've seen it. I've made money and or lost money in the market. And when the cryptocurrency market takes off to the upside and you're positioned in a good way, it's a pretty cool thing to experience. But in the meantime, you don't want to get whipsawed around and lose all your money, etc. Anyways, most people are just buying and then they're holding for the long term. They're not really trading in the markets. So XRP, CASPER, we looked at Bitcoin. Let's take a look at PEPE. PEPE has been actually moving up the past day or so. So back into a little bit of a meme coin thing here. We have PEPE off of its all-time high quite a bit. And let's see here. PEPE basically 77 or so % off its all-time high. So I have a level here on my chart. It's 96,560. And we found support on the 5th and 6th, broke below it on the 10th, and basically are trying to regain it right now, which would be a good thing, which could be telling us that we're basically in some kind of a rounding bottom here and potentially getting ready for something like this to take place. So we could see a very strong green candle come out of here at any moment. It might not happen, but it's starting to look like that. If this thing can really gain and close above the 96,560 level, which is this white line, I think we could be in for a decent, we could be pleasantly surprised by a big green candle for PEPE at any moment. So it might not happen, of course, but that is kind of what I'm expecting here. We've sold off quite a bit. I think some kind of a big green candle would not hurt and would be relatively normal to see here. If we go to the 3-minute chart, guys, you can see we had a nice rally here, pulled back to the 96,560, and we traded above and below. We're above it now. Looks like we're actually getting ready to make another test down here, but we'll see if we can break up, get past this high over here, and get this market back up once again. So that is PEPE. We don't know where it's going to go, but just some little basic, sharing some of my thoughts here. Throw some fibs on the chart, guys. Check this out. So we'll take that swing high over there, which would be the all-time high, and basically down here to this double bottom, and we lost it. Let me know what your favorite crypto is down in the comments. Is it one of these? Is it something else? Do you want me to cover some other cryptos? Let me know. I'll check them out. And if they look good, I will put up a video, share some of my thoughts, guys. So just for fun here, we got the swing high to the swing low, basically this double bottom over here on the 10th and the 15th. Check this out. So using this move, assuming these are the lows, the 1618 fib, guys, takes us all the way up here to basically 128,406.2, way up in here. And if we take from where the price is now to up to that level, you're looking at a 1,200% move higher just to get to that first fib number. And then, so on up the price here, that's basically a 7,000% move to the 2618. Doesn't mean it'll happen. This thing could continue to head lower and head much lower until we get to basically this support area here, which is in the 32,453, give or take, level, which would put the price down much, much lower, another 60 to 70%. But looks like we might get a little rally before something like that may or may not happen. If Bitcoin does well, PEPE should do well. If Bitcoin dumps down to the $22,000 mark, and I'm sure PEPE is not going to rally. What else should we look at here, guys? Let's take a look. Let's see here. We have Bitcoin Flare. Flare has been a huge disappointment. We'll take a look at Flare real quick. I mean, you want to talk about a drain the bathtub analogy waterfall move. Here it is. I mean, nothing but lower highs and lower lows, basically straight down. I mean, if you did a vertical line here, it's just about it. Potentially trying to find some kind of bottom here, but who knows? I mean, I do have a price level. I've talked about this in the last Flare video, which was probably a while ago. The 1269 level, 1269, is a potential bottom for the price. And we're getting close to there, but not quite. So I don't know when I put this level on here. The price was probably up in here, but we almost got there. I think that's my lowest. Yeah, it's my lowest price. Potential support for Flare. But otherwise, what a disappointment in this thing. I do not own any of this. I got rid of it a while ago. Basically no interest in owning this thing. But it's probably a decent buy right now if you're looking to get in, but who knows? Catching a falling knife, you could have said that at any of these lows here. But anyways, in the right kind of market, I'm sure Flare will do very well, and it's very cheap, so it's probably a good buy, but not for me. Looking to buy strength, not necessarily buy some weakness. Here's Bed Bath & Beyond. Remember this thing. Glad I closed that out for a small loss. It basically didn't do too well, as you can tell by the chart. I don't know if any of you pay attention to the stock market, but here's the SPX. SPX has done very well. We had a very nice, very nice futures trade in this, and starting to go a little parabolic. Didn't, or I should say, not surprised to see the market close slightly down on Friday. Not much. I mean, markets don't go straight up. You know, they usually have a decent, 45-degree, give or take, angled chart on a nice uptrend. But it's finally nice to be broken out of this range that we've been in since basically, more than, actually, let's see, August 22, almost a year of, higher, but very choppy. And then, this big breakout. So we'll see. Currently flat, those futures right now, but the surprised the pullback took as long as it did, and it wasn't much. So we'll see what happens come Monday. I'm not sure if the markets are open Monday or not. Futures markets will be open, but they might have a half day or something on Monday for Juneteenth. I'm not sure if that is a market holiday. It's probably not. Heading down here, what else do we have on here? We have Snap, we have Apple, AMC, Gala, let's see, Tesla. Tesla has been on a tear. A lot of gaps below the market in Tesla. Eventually they could get filled, but right now we actually filled this gap right up in here. Talked about that the other day in a Tesla video that nobody watched. So apparently people on this channel are not interested in Tesla, but this thing has been, you can make money in these things big time. Get positioned right in the right market. This thing went from 152. It's up $100 a share. It's up more than that. It's 70%. So it is interesting. I'm surprised more people don't pay attention to it. So I think it has to do with when they're talking about it on the news and it's posted all over, the market websites, Wall Street Journal, etc. Tesla. Elon Musk is in the news, then people probably pay attention to the stock. But when it's a good buy in the mid 100s and it goes up, basically $100 a share. Some gaps down here. So I wouldn't be surprised to see the market pull back at some point here. Maybe not in the too near future and fill some of these gaps. Take a look at Corium. Corium continuing to head lower. Do I have any lower levels on my chart? I do not. Haven't ran any of those either in a while, but starting to look like Flare, unfortunately. And I don't know. I have not received anything from Uphold, any of the X-Core stuff, the option stuff, Corium, Zip, nothing. So if you have, let me know. But it looks like, it's going to be a while till we get any of those from Uphold. Probably not until 2025. Let me know what kind of coffee you guys drink. Drinking some coffee here. It's the good stuff. Soxel. If you don't know what Soxel is, it's a 3X semiconductor bull market. I mean, check out this rally. It's been an incredible rally here. We had a good trade in Soxel. I actually rolled some of my Soxel profits over into the SPY, the S&P 500, for multiple reasons, but made some money in Soxel, rolled it over into SPY, and then we saw a very nice SPY, SPX rally as we just showed you. Dogecoin, it's on the chart, so we'll click on it. It's on the watch list, so we'll click on it, but check out this test we had here. Big candle wick down to the 50, let's see, the 567.0567 level. So we're heading lower once again today. Yeah, I mean, if Dogecoin's going to survive, it's basically at the area where it needs to step up to the plate and find support before it can move higher. We start to break this, basically this 5 cent level. It's sketchy. I mean, we could head down to 4. I mean, anything in between here. I mean, there's not real good support. And I mean, you could argue down in here at the 1 cent. But let's not forget, guys, this thing was, 74 cents. And we're trading at, looks like the current market is 6 cents. And it's at that level. There's major support that needs to step up right in here for Dogecoin. Otherwise, this thing is fried and heading quite a bit lower. So we'll see. If Bitcoin can start to get its act together, it should help this, something like this out. Shiba Inu basically put in new lows, basically tested the low. So this thing is probably a pretty good buy, if you're into this. But as you can tell, that major support, which was right in here, broke and violently. I mean, violently right here broke. So who knows? Long 100 million Shiba. Yeah, so we are not long that anymore. We closed that for a small loss a while ago. Not sure when that was. I think I put that video out, so I'd probably go back and find that video. But obviously the market didn't do well, and took a small loss on that, but that's fine because it is much lower than where we were stopped out of that. Let's see what else we got here before we wrap this video up, guys. Let's take a look at, let's see, we have Shiba, we have Bitcoin Cash. So Bitcoin Cash, it's interesting. I think Bitcoin Cash, maybe it heads lower for the short term, but I think in obviously a bull market cycle with Bitcoin doing really well and trending higher, you could easily see this thing back up into the 1,000+ mark. Easily for Bitcoin Cash. It's trading at $107 right now. So, that is an incredible return. We've seen this thing 4,000, we've seen it 1,500, and then everything in between. So we'll have to see where this goes. But I think for $100 or maybe a little lower, maybe we head back down into the 80. It really depends on what Bitcoin does. I think you could easily see this thing go up quite a bit in the right market, but it might take a while. How's XLM? XLM got hit pretty good the other day. Yeah, not too much going on there. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up. So we'll see what happens here. We're keeping our eye on Bitcoin XRP. I don't know. Don't expect too much to happen here on the weekend. Probably just some sideways, choppy, semi-disappointing markets for now. And looks like I found some support, at least for the short term. And then CASPER, look for that break above basically 415. And then our next level is 435. Guys, thanks for hanging around. Welcome all of the new subs. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I'll catch you in the next video. Have a great Saturday. Take care.